Yeah. For a Better Day, I remember that making of that song so well because it was just so fucking fun to do. Um, in large part because of the chorus. The verse I kind of already had, and we both liked the verse, and that's cool. And that's how writing happens, like he already has the break, and I had a verse. And then on the chorus, there were some chords that I've been messing around with, but he was really interested in trying to figure something like really nifty out, like we were on some, we felt like we were writing an Elton John song at that point, just because the melody was so sort of intricate and the piano kept moving around. And, I think for Tim and I, both being really, really focused on melody, I think that's sort of in some ways the most fun part of it, because neither him or I are like brilliant like instrumentalists. Like we don't, we're not like piano players like for real. We're not like guitar players for real. We're songwriters. And in a way that made me so comfortable because I didn't feel like, oh shit, I can't play the piano as good as this person, so we felt like, it felt like we were explorers, and we're like playing in the sandbox and we're like, what about this? Oh, what about this shape on the piano, or this shape, or this shape, or is this the chord, or is this the chord? And, we kept playing with the melody. And what I loved about Tim, is first thing I really got to understand about him is how fucking meticulous he is about the specifics of a melody. It's almost like he was really in tune with like the harmonics of the universe, where a melody should go, where a melody wants to go, like in its natural sort of evolution, where a melody wants to go, what the animal of the song looks like, how it can actually fly, where the pieces of the bones come together for real, And I love that because that's kind of what I used to call, or still call, songwriting, like celestial archaeology. It's like you're putting a city together, or you're putting an animal together. You're figuring out the bones that you found, that you went down and come up with, and you're like, I found this piece, where does it go, And so it was a process like that. So anyway, we made the track. I was on the piano. I was on this like fake piano, this keyboard, in the studio at Henson, and he'd be on his laptop. He had a bunch of like stuff that he was trying out. And then we laid down the track. I laid down a mumble track over it with no real words. And then I think I had the word "for a better day" started mumbling out of my mouth at that point. But yeah, then he sent me the track. Then I'm back in New Orleans and I start just going through lyrics and sending him stuff, and he'd have notes and I'd send it back. And that was it. I was surprised that song actually ended up. Cool funny story about that is that Chris Martin was also recording one of his tracks for that album. And I'd pass him in the hallways, and actually I sat at a dinner table with him like the night before, hanging out with Tim, and Tim kept telling me, I played For a Better Day for Chris, and Chris says, nah, fuck this, we have to rewrite our song now. This song is too good. Apparently, Chris Martin was just like really, 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 really into For a Better Day, and because of it, they rewrote whatever song they worked on together. That was a fun little story. Yeah, cool.